Today, I want to talk with you about love and that one person who is especially made for you. And it's about time that someone did this, because in my online research, I didn't find any one of these experts who was even close to telling the truth about love. For example, James Corden, who is part of the YouTube videos 9 Lessons of Love made by Jay Shetty. He gives a metaphor on love that is so horrific that I could not talk about this. Here is what he said. And then you're a kid with a balloon. And you're saying, I'm never gonna let this balloon go. Never. In fact, I'm gonna tie it to my wrist so it can't disappear, because that happened to me once before. And now the balloon will slowly wilt. It will run out of the thing that made it great. And then the balloon is tied to your wrist and you're dragging it behind you. Wow. And actually, there is something quite beautiful when you let go of the balloon. It's magical, magical. Oh. And then you see it. Oh my God. I used to have that. I used to hold on to it. And look at it now. Wow. It's amazing. And then you go, oh. And now I haven't got a balloon. And then you go, well, maybe I just get another one. And maybe there will be another balloon. And maybe it will be a different shape or shinier or whatever it is. You have to be able to let go of stuff. What James Corden is saying is that when you start a relationship, love is there in its fullest form. The relationship is great, but know that it is likely that over time, love will lose its strength until you get to a point where it is not existing. This idea could not be further from the truth. When I met my beloved, the one that was especially created for me, the love between us wasn't big at all. It wasn't there in all its strength. How could it be? We were two emotionally damaged people who had grown up in a toxic civilization. We had a very tough time in the first months until we got onto our kids' domain. That's the place where love can live together with us. But even on our kids' domain, it wasn't easy at first. And it is love, which is an energy on itself that helped us grow closer to each other. And we still are. And that's what love will do until the day that one of us will stop this earthly life. This winter, after living here on our kids' domain for 8 months, I could feel that something beautiful was happening between us. There was a softness between us. The feeling of being safe. We became more open to each other. So the opposite is true of what James Corden and Jay Shetty are talking about. Love starts off from something tiny and grows gradually. The total opposite of a balloon that is deflating. The hard truth is that in the civilization in which James Corden, Jay Shetty, and you live, and in which I used to live, true love doesn't exist, never has, and never will. A small group of people has created this civilization so that love can't stay with a couple. This civilization is so toxic for love that she has to leave after a few weeks. If you want to know more about this, watch this video. So that's why no one in this civilization can tell you something about true love, because no one has ever experienced it. Let's zoom in on the second mainstream idea about love that I hear a lot these days. Let's listen to Matthew Hussey. If you go through the rest of your life with unbelievable friendships and people you can lean on and people you can help and doing things that give your life meaning and purpose, if you never found that kind of Hallmark card version of love, you still would have lived an amazing life. This is what he says. You don't need a life partner to live an amazing life. And I see many people who buy into this idea and give up on their beloved after a while. Also, this idea about love can be further away from the truth. I have lived for 1 year together with a person who was especially made for me here on our kin's domain. And it's the first time in 52 years that I experience true happiness. I strived for this since I was a child. I am experiencing how it feels like to not daily be triggered by emotions like fear, anger, sadness, depression. I'm a psychologist. I worked as a psychotherapist. I was in therapy for 15 years. Every week I had a consult for 15 years. Do you think that brought me happiness? No, it didn't. But living together with my beloved here on our space of love did. Not instantly, but after 8 months, the magic began. I found an emotional balance that I had never experienced before. So the opposite is true of what all these experts are saying. The truth is that you will never experience an amazing life. You will never experience being in a flow of deep joy 24/7 unless you bring that one person in your life that is especially made for you. Let's move to the last mainstream idea about love. All the experts these days say the idea that one person is especially made for you is an illusion. You just need two people who engage themselves in making a relationship work, and you will find true love. This conviction is so strong and so outspoken in the world of the experts. It's unbelievable. And the only reason that it can be so strong is because there is no one to contradict it. That will change from now on. I can speak from experience because I found the one that was especially created for me. I had been manifesting a life with her for 21 years. And a year and a half ago, I brought her into my life. A year ago, we started living here on our space of love. With her, I found true happiness. I started living in a flow of deep joy 24/7. Emotions of fear went to the background. And recently, I could feel beautifully that has everything to do with her energy that brings me into balance. My beloved makes fine art and went to Vienna for a week to visit art museums. I brought her by car to the airport, and the moment I came back here on our kin's domain, the beautiful feeling I had since months left me. The joy and drive I normally felt in my days for a few months wasn't there anymore. And that remained so for the rest of the week. When my beloved returned from Vienna and we came back here on our kin's domain, the feeling of joy came back. It's that simple. I wish you all that you can bring your beloved into your life and that you can live with him or her on your kin's domain. That one person that is especially made for us also exists for you. He or she is out there waiting for you, waiting to experience true love and true happiness together with you. And no, you don't have to do this on your own. It is my mission to help people bring that one person in their life who is especially created for them. That's why I will soon start to organize an online community on Patreon where all members will strive towards this same goal. Doing this together will increase the pace at which we will find true happiness and true love. We have suffered enough. It's time for true happiness.